Shame! Shame!
There is a large celebration for their arrival at Qarth apparent as Daenerys' Khalasar approaches the city and a column of camelry rides from the city to provide her an honour guard. The warlock Pyat Pri told Daenerys that Qarth is the greatest city, a crossroads, and ancient. Upon seeing the city, Daenerys has to admit it is magnificent. It has 3 thick walls, the first 30 feet high and made of red sandstone carved with animals. The second 40 feet high and made of granite, carved with scenes of war, and the third 50 feet high, made of black marble, carved with scenes of sex. Qartheen line the streets and balconies to watch them pass, black Drogon on her shoulder. The women are in gowns that bear one breast, and the men wear beaded silk shirts while the children wear only sandals and paint. Daenerys thinks how the Dothraki call these people milkmen for their skin, and how Khal Drogo dreamed of sacking the great city. The merchant prince Zarozoan Daxos rides up on his camel, which the Dothraki horses shy away from. He tells Daenerys that if she desires anything she sees, it is hers. Pyat Pri sings from her other side. Qarth itself is hers, and she has no need of baubles. And she should come to the house of the Undying to drink wisdom and truth. Daenerys tells them both that she only wants the Red Keep in King's Landing, and if they want to give her gifts, to give her ships and swords. Pyat states that it will be as she commands, and the other compliments her on her wisdom. Zarozoan Daxos warns her that warlocks are not to be trusted. The two continue to bicker until Ser Jorah Mormont mutters in the common tongue, "The crow calls the raven black," that she should avoid both men, and that it would be best not to linger here. Daenerys, however, wants their help in winning her throne. Daenerys expected something grand when Zarozoan Daxos offered her the hospitality of his home, but not a palace larger than a market town, with an entire wing given over to her. He tells her that there will be a feast in the next day, with delicacies and music, and the 13 will come to do her honour. Zarozoan Daxos and Pyat depart. The last of the 3 Seekers, the Shadowbinder Quaithe, gives Daenerys a warning to beware of everyone, for they all lust the power of her dragons, and then departs. After Quaithe leaves, Ser Jorah states that she is right, but he also does not trust her. Daenerys admits that she does not understand Quaithe. While the others shower her in promises, she only has cryptic words. It also concerns her that she has not seen her face. Then Daenerys declares that they will keep their own watch, and will keep a sharp eye on the dragons. After Aggo confirms it will be done, she tells Rakaro to use good men and women to explore the rest of Qarth, since they have only seen the parts the Seekers wanted them to see. She then asks Ser Jorah to go to the docks to get news of the 7 kingdoms, and maybe find a ship to carry them home. Ser Jorah tells her the usurper will kill her, and wants to stay with her, but she tells him that Jogo can guard her, and he has the languages and more experience with the sea. After they leave, her handmaidens strip her of her travel-stained silks, and she bathes in a marble pool with golden fish. She wonders if the Red Keep has a pool like this with fragrant gardens, remembering Viserys saying that the 7 kingdoms are the most beautiful place in the world. She also thinks that she no longer has Drogo's Khalasar behind her, only her 4 fierce blood riders, and that the Dothraki plundered, but they do not know how to govern. She ponders Ser Jorah's words, "The usurper will kill you." She then thinks about Robert Baratheon, strong as a bull, fearless in battle and loving war, who killed her brother Rhaegar Targaryen and his dogs, Eddard Stark, Tywin Lannister, and Jaime Lannister. How will she overthrow them? Even her dragons might not be enough. Viserys, who was a fool, believed the realm would rise for their rightful king. She then decides that the Bleeding Star has led her to Qarth for a purpose, and if the gods intend for her to conquer, they will send a sign. Near evenfall, Irri brings word that Ser Jorah has returned. He enters with Kahuru Mo, captain of the Cinnamon Wind, out of Tall Trees town. Daenerys has her dragons all around her. He has the news that Robert Baratheon is dead, reported in Old Town, Dorne, and Lys. These are the tales that the Queen, his brother, Stannis Baratheon or Renly Baratheon or Eddard Stark betrayed him. Joffrey Baratheon sits on the throne with House Lannister ruling. Robert's brothers have fled, and the hand of the king has been seized for treason. Jorah does not think it likely that Eddard is a traitor, saying that the long summer will come again before he besmirches his honour. Daenerys wonders if her brother would have been wiser had he known that vengeance was so close at hand. When asked, the captain replies he is not returning to Westeros for a year or more, since his ship will sail east from Qarth, making the traders circle around the Jade Sea. When Daenerys states that he has brought her a precious gift, he tells her that he has been amply repaid by being allowed to see the dragons. She asks him to come to her one day in King's Landing. After the trader leaves, Ser Jorah warns Daenerys of speaking so freely. Daenerys replies that the Seven Kingdoms are flying to pieces like the Khalasar did after Khal Drogo died. Ser Jorah tells her that he will still need gold, armies, and ships. Daenerys responds that she knows this, but she is the blood of the dragon. Jorah goes on to say that King Robert killed a dragon with a warhammer. To this she replies that dragons die, but so do dragon slayers.
I demand a trial by combat.